Hi everybody, this is Shauna from shauna.plans on Instagram and here on YouTube. I am a little bit off schedule today, but I was so excited about this new thing I found I wanted to show you right away. Normally I don't do videos Wednesday mornings, or usually Thursday and Sunday nights, but here we are because I am excited. So I hope you appreciate or like this video. I am thrilled. I'm over the moon. I have been seeing people post pictures of desk accessories that perfectly match their spread, like perfectly. And I had to have that. I needed matchy. So I reached out to one of my fellow digital planners and said, "Where did you get this?" And we chatted, and I ended up purchasing this digital planner creator from Custom Scene. I think it's fairly new package. I don't think it's been out for that long. It was $49 US, so it's not a small sticker price. It is a bit of an investment. You can also do the unlimited access. I think it's $129 for a year of access to everything that's on their site. I decided to just start with the digital planner creator. It's the one thing that I saw that mentioned Procreate files, which is kind of where my strengths are. So that's the file style that I wanted. It also comes in Affinity and Photoshop, and you get everything as individual PNGs. So first of all, full disclosure, when I found this and played with it, I loved it. And I couldn't wait to share it with all you guys. So I did sign up for the affiliate link, and I will put it in the description to this video. If you click that link and purchase anything from this site through that link, I do get a little bit of a kickback. So I would have been showing you guys these stickers regardless of whether there was an affiliate link, but I figured since it's there, and if I can get a little bit of money for my sticker budget, we might as well. So the link will be in the description of this video, so check it out, click it if you're interested in this stuff. It won't cost you any more or less. It just gives me a little bit of a bonus. So you can log in and you're able to download it anytime. If I wasn't signed in, these little green buttons wouldn't be here, and there'd be a $49 price sticker. And how it works is you get all the stuff that you see here completely editable in Affinity, Procreate, or Photoshop. So cool. So now let's go to my files, and let's just back out to the beginning here. Where did I put it? I'm having a blind moment. Digital planner creator. Here we go. I'm just going to turn off my Wi-Fi now because we don't want to get interrupted. We don't need the internet anymore. So I only downloaded the Procreate files and the PNG files. These are the PNGs. In the PNG folder, you get these backgrounds. They're really pretty. You can see there's some different styles. They're nice and neutral. You get some more backgrounds. These ones are a little bit darker. And so those are perfect for making your desktops. There are also some shadow overlays, which I haven't played with yet, but they can add like a super cool effect to your spreads. It looks like the window shining on it. You get a PNG pre-colored of all of the stickers that we can use in Procreate. These ones have no shadow. And then in this one, they all have a shadow on them. So it gives it a little bit more of a 3D effect with the shadow. So those are your PNG files. There's 147 stickers in there, all desk accessories, and all pretty standard desk accessory digital planner colors. So you don't have to do any editing. It's all right there for you if you want it. Or we can go into the Procreate files. It comes with like a little short little thing on how to use it, instructions. I didn't look at them. Let's be honest. Okay, so there are a whole bunch of different or a few different styles of planners. I've already done this small planner, this green one. I've already downloaded it and played with it a bit. So why don't we try a different one? A minute. Excuse me. Let's try this yellow one, this small notebook, I think. Does it have paper? Oh, I don't see paper that goes with that one. I wonder if it goes with this. Here, let's do the pink one. So if I tap it from my files, it takes me straight to straight into Procreate. It opens up for me, easy peasy. And now if we look at it, there's a whole bunch of different groupings. The background is on. I'm going to turn it off right away because I know I'm going to import it and I'm not going to want that when I bring it into my GoodNotes. So you can play with this however you like. You can add rings, you can change colors, you can do it in each different thing. I find when I add the paper, you're not going to see the zipper. So when I was playing with this before, I actually turned the zipper off, just like that. Magic, no zipper. If we turn it back on, this is really cool. This little toggle that's already off, if we turn it on, it makes it look like the zipper is open. That little tiny level of detail is just so cool to me. However, I'm going to have a planner with pages on it when I'm done, so I don't really need the zipper. So I'm going to just turn it off. The pocket may peek out depending on how I line my paper up, so I'm going to leave the pocket there. But I notice there's also something here that I can turn on and off with the pocket. So let's see if we can tell what that changes. Nope, I can't tell. Change back pocket. Okay, so let's turn it on and turn this one off. Oh, okay. So it makes it look just the bottom, not the top. Very cool. So like super detailed, so many different things. So what we can do, let's go pick a digital paper to play with. So I'm going to go into my files. Actually, while I'm here, I'm not going to grab, let's grab the paper to go with it. And I'm going to go back in and grab the rings to go with it. There's also tabs and things, but I'm not going to mess around with those. You can see, I'll download it so we can look. So you can put tabs on either side as well. So we've got our 4 things to kind of build this planner. So I'm going to go and I'm going to grab some digital papers. So if you've been following me for more than a year, you remember the beginning of last year, so January 2020, I found Creative Fabrica and I purchased and downloaded 100 million things, which I barely ever use. And a lot of those were digital papers. So this will give me a chance to use my digital papers. So I've got all my digital curio files here in just one great big giant folder on my files. You can see there's a ton. So I'm just trying to find one that I think would make a pretty cover. Kind of like these. Oh, I'm offline. Okay, let's just turn our internet back on for a minute. Hope too many messages don't pop through. It's only been a few minutes. We should be good. Come on. There we go. So I'm going to grab this one. I think it's pretty. So I'm just going to long press and say copy. And then go back into Procreate and go back into my little planner here. Now I'm going to, this is the pocket that we're changing. So I'm going to open up the pocket folder and just poke the change pocket color. And then I'm going to grab the wrench and say paste. So now this square, if I put it here, you can't even see it because of the way the layers are in Procreate. But if I move it over to the part that I'm trying to change, you can see it's right there and it's already clipped and it's ready to go. So, did I just draw on it? Okay. So now I can change this image if I want the flowers to be a little tighter. I can shrink it down a bit. And if you think about it, I'm gonna have some paper covering most of this. So I want the pretty part of the flowers to be poking out at the edges of this, because that way they show when the paper's on. So if I go like this and my paper is going to be here, I'll have a little bit of roses showing along the top and bottom. If you had it all lined up so it was centered and you just had background, it won't look as nice once the paper is on. So you want to kind of line it up like that. So I'm going to deselect, and just like that, we've added in a nice color. So now I'm going to pick my paintbrush tool and I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to select kind of the lighter kind of rose color that's in this. So now you can see Procreate has grabbed it and brought it over here. So let's close, oops, not that. Let's close this group, and I want the planner base. I'm going to open up this group so you can insert a design for the planner base, or you can change the planner color. I'm going to do this, and now my planner is very, very pink. So now we need to deal with that pen holder. So if we want to change the pen holder color, I'm going to grab the change pen holder color layer, and I'm going to paste again, and that's going to put this little piece of paper down. It didn't automatically clip this time, and that's okay. We can do that ourselves. We'll just select that image we inserted and say clipping mask. And you can see now it's there. So I'm going to try to shrink this down and just make sure a little bit of my roses are showing on that pen loop. I think that's pretty. Come on. Turn my internet back off. Now let's do the same thing. I'm going to paste. And now this didn't go where I wanted it. I want to mess around with my pocket. That little pocket thingy, not my pen loop. So I'm going to open up the back pocket menu, and I'm going to grab this image I just inserted, and I'm going to bring it down here, and I'm going to say clipping mask. So you can see it's inserted like if my pocket was kind of lined with that image that we're using. So there we go. We have made the planner base just like that. So easy. Oh, I'm going to grab a darker red before I go here. There we go. That one will work. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the gallery, and now I'm going to grab the paper. It's already got kind of a nice pinky color, but I'm thinking this dark red is going to be kind of fun to make our metallics in. So there's 3 different sections here in this one. Just see what happens. So if we can make it so that your paper is left or right side, and we can take the ring binder off. So if we wanted, we could have left those zippers on and only done the one side of the paper, and then you still would have been able to see those zipper pockets that we removed, or you can leave both sides of the paper on. So I'm going to work on the ring base here. It says change ring base color. I'm going to drag this over and drop it on, and now we have this nice dark red ring base color, which I think will look really pretty. And we're going to do it on the rings also. Now, one thing I found with these rings is each one is individual, so you have to change your ring color one at a time. So ring, what have we got here? 4 seems to be missing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we just have to open up each one and grab our color and drop it on the ring. I find it easier if you zoom in a little bit just so that you can drop it on the right place. So it's kind of tedious that you have to change each rings individually, but at the same time you could make rainbow rings, and you could have, so I made a mistake, I'm going to 2-finger tap to undo. You could have each ring different and make your binder have a neat look that way, which if these were all set up as one file, you wouldn't be able to do that. So while this, if you're doing all the same color, it's a little bit tedious, it's nice because it does give you flexibility. All right, so now we've got our binder, our papers, and our rings. So we can build ourselves a cute little planner. I'm not going to bother with the tabs just because I'd rather play with some of the pens and pencils. So we go back to our files, and we'll go back to the planner creator and into the Procreate files. There is an items folder. So each of these are a different category. These accessories come with different kits. I bought the bundle. That's what I'm showing you right now. So you can select these, whichever ones you want. I may go through and resort them so that I have paper clips together, pens together, that kind of thing. Let's grab a washi. So I grab my washi. If I say paste, this is still in my files. Now, I find the Procreate files that are a little bit on the smaller side, my images are pasting in a little bit blurry. I could probably mess around with the canvas size, but because the washi is going to be so small on the page, I don't think we'll really notice. Like if you think about it, it's going to look like that, and so it just gives it that nice effect still. Okay, so I just inserted the image, stretched it big enough to cover the washi, and made sure the clipping mask was on, and we have a pretty little matchy washi. What else do we have here that we might want to do? There's so many things. Let's grab a paper clip. So it's just your basic paper clip, and it says change color. So we can grab that dark red that we found, and now we have a matchy dark red paper clip. You can do a little post-it note too while we're here. So I'm going to turn off the design because I just want a plain one. I'm going to select the paper color. Now, if I long press my palette, Procreate will toggle between the last two colors you selected. So this is that lighter pink that we used earlier. Let's grab another one. You can see these elements are really easy to edit. There's not as many steps as when we were doing the planner because it's not as much detail. So I'm going to long press my little color thing up here. It switches to the dark one. I'm going to select the orange color and drop it. Now we've got some matchy washi. Let's do one more. Let's do the ballpoint pen with the lid on. So make it the dark purple. I have the wrong thing selected. Oh, I dropped in the wrong place. So I drop and it misses this one. So we have to drop 2 times, even though it's on the same palette. Which reminds me, there was one, I can't remember which one it was. You can see here's some of the other ones that I've done. There's this pen. The highlighter you can put your images on. This is what I found this one really hard to drop my colors. Let me show you. Let's do it fresh. Let's see if I can find that little, oops, that little notepad. Where is it? Like I said, I want to reorganize these. Here it is. So we poke that and it's going to import in fresh. So I'm going to turn off the Your Design here because I don't need it. Now with this one, I had a hard time getting the colors to change. I'm going to long press this so it's my lighter color. Okay, and now we want, it says change colors here for the rings. So see, I had a hard time because these are so small. I didn't want to sit here and drop each one. So what I did is I added a layer and I called it a fill layer and I clipped it down. And when you do fill layer, it automatically grabs the color that you have selected. So now if I changed that, I can just drop it and it automatically changes all of them with the fill layer. I can turn the fill layer off and still change each one individually if I wanted to have them different colors, like one like blue, red, green, orange, yellow, you know, that kind of thing. So I should still have that paper selected. So let's grab that and we can put this on top. I'm going to grab it and drag it down to here and it automatically put a clipping mask on. Okay, so now we've made like a whole pile of things. Let's select them all. 1, 2, 3. We didn't do anything with the tabs. So let's grab everything that we made and I'm going to say share as a PNG. And I'm just going to save it to my camera roll. If I was only doing one sticker at a time, I probably would just do a copy and then paste it into my GoodNotes as I made it. But we did a whole batch, so let's grab it. So here, I'll just show you. This is one of the backgrounds that came with the file, and this is also a digital curio kit. So you can see I used the nautical papers. There's like boats on the highlighter, mermaids on the pen, octopus on the cover. So I just did a little mock-up. Here's another mock-up I did with some leaves, also digital curio, and I just selected the colors right from the page so that it was kind of matchy. So now let's put together the file that we made. So there are large borders on the files. You can crop them, but because there are shadows, you need to be really careful when you're cropping. The shadows tend to be on the left and the bottom, so don't crop too close, else you'll get like a funny shadow effect on your desktop. So let's grab this one again. I don't want my edges to be so big, so I'm going to leave a bit of a space on the left and the bottom, and I'm going to crop it tighter on the sides. So now we'll just center this top to bottom. We can have a little bit hanging over. So see, I'm glad we left that pocket there because you can see it pokes out and it adds a bit of a interest, and you can see the flowers down the side that we were careful to make sure we had flowers there and not just blank background. So now we can grab the rings that we made. Again, they just need a bit of cropping. Otherwise you're going to be selecting them the whole time. And just center them over our paper. All right, so we've made the planner. We've got this little post-it note that we made. And again, you can see this shadow comes quite far, so I'm not gonna get too close because I don't want to make, here, let me show you what I mean. If I crop this too close, you can see how weird the shadow looks, right? So if I undo, oh, I'm not in Procreate. My fingers aren't doing anything. So I'm gonna leave the left and the bottom side how they are for that shadow. Ooh, so my washi came through with the white background. I'm quite sure that we had the backgrounds turned off in Procreate, but let's just go double check. Yeah, see, there's no background here. So that's a glitch with the Apple operating system, it's been doing that once in a while. I'm just going to go back in, and instead of putting it to my camera roll, I'm just going to say copy, and now it's on my clipboard, and I can paste it in, and it won't have the white background. It was happening significantly more often. Now I'm only getting it about like 1 in 15 stickers are doing that to me. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's what we have to work with. Oh, look at that. It's making a liar out of me. It did it to the paper clip too. I don't know what triggers it. I don't know why it does that. But it's an easy fix, so we're not going to stress about it. There's too many bigger things in the world to stress about. So this paper clip that I chose is a nice big one. And it's made to go on, well, I guess it doesn't have to be a big one. You could make it a little one. Anywho, it's made to look like it's on the page, not just sitting loose on your desktop. So I'm going to crop these washi rolls a little. Again, we're going to be careful with that shadow so we don't make it look weird. Put some washi there. And the pen did it too. Oh, I am not having good luck this time. The last time I did this, like almost none came through with white. I think I only had one. So we'll put this little notebook on. Look how pretty that is. And last one, we'll go back and grab the pen. Oh, look, while I was in here, I must have hit it with my paintbrush. To be careful. And that's why it's good to, because now that here, let me go back into here. So I must have hit with my paintbrush when I was swiping to exit this. You can see I just did it again. Because I closed the Procreate file, it saved it. So this file is pretty much toast now. I'm going to delete it and then I'll reload it from the original. So that's why it's really good not to have your only working file in Procreate. You need to have backups everywhere. Because I just botched this file because I didn't notice before I closed it, and Procreate likes to save as soon as you close it. Okay, so this one we're gonna do PNG, copy, and we'll be more. See, I did it again. But that time I noticed and I undid before I closed it. Okay, so now here's our pen. There we go. So we made, just like that. How many minutes are we? I've been yammering away. We had a big intro and we're only 27 minutes, and I have made a complete matchy desk scene with this kit. And I can use all my digital papers. I can use any colors. Let's go back into Procreate. Let's go to something big. Let's do this one. I'm going to turn off that paper and grab a brush. These are some Valentine brushes I downloaded. And you can make sure you're on the change color layer. And it's not clipped, so we'll make sure we're clipped. Ooh. Well, I'm glad we did this. I'm going to show you something else. So that's good for dropping the color. I'm going to do, I'm going to add a layer on top, and it automatically put the clipping. You can see the little arrow, and I'm going to do my drawing on that, and that's going to make it so it doesn't go off the edges like you just saw a minute ago. So you can use any of the brushes that you have. Look, I have Christmas sushi. Let's use a Christmas sushi brush. They look sideways. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. We'll just turn our thing sideways. It's still sideways. Well, Christmas sushi sucks. What else have we got? All-Star? My brushes are a mess. Knitted patterns. Oh, look at that. Okay, one layer only. So let's try not to go off the page, else it makes it all go messed up. I did it again. I am not a professional. This is just fun. There we go. So you can see so many options. You can use your brushes, you can use your digital papers. This kit allows you to use all that stuff that you've collected and you don't use, because it's easier just to use a pre-made sticker kit. And it lets you do it and be super matchy. So I hope you like that. I'm pretty excited about it. Beware, you're going to see lots of matchy stuff in my spreads, even more so than usual. Again, like I said, I do have an affiliate link. I will get a kit back if you purchase, so please do add to my sticker budget. That would be fantastic, and it doesn't cost you any more than if you didn't. So check the description for the link, like and subscribe while you're there. And if you have any questions, please send me a message. I find YouTube isn't the greatest for messages, but I have Facebook, I have Instagram, they're all linked in the description. You can reach out to me anyway and I will be happy to help you. So I will be back tomorrow to talk about Pink Punch Studio new releases, regularly scheduled. And until then, I hope you have a great day. And if you do get this kit and you do make stuff with it, tag me. I would love to see what you made. All right, bye everybody.